Hello and welcome everyone. Today we're going to be taking a look at a game on Civil War. It is a game against a Premade. We're going to kind of go over some things and how this game was actually won. So this Premade ended up getting 3 capital and multiple times because of the way that they're playing. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. First things first, we're going to go ahead and go through kind of the steps that I do before every single PvP game. First off, we always want to be looking on the left-hand side. We want to be looking at our team members. We want to see what class they're playing. We want to see what gear rating they have. It just kind of gives us an idea of overall strength that we have on our side. In this game, when I was looking through our team members, I noticed that we didn't really have a lot of good gear. Our gearing was lower than the item level at 328. So I knew right away that this game was going to have to be won in a different way, that a straight up fight wasn't going to work. And when we start going through the game, you'll start to kind of see that. So starting off at your pretty standard start,
the deployment vehicles are ready. Take them to the battlefield. Prove your might.
Just kind of flying in, looking around, kind of seeing everything. And when we're flying in, we're always trying to look to see kind of who's on the other team. For this instance, I saw that there was a Premade on the other side. It was a full 4 stack. They had a tank, healer, DPS, everything. So I go ahead and I go with my normal open. So my normal open, as far as Civil War goes, is always going to go to mid, then go to the left and stealth. What I'm looking to do is find someone in the back to solo. I'm looking to find their healer and basically solo them as fast as possible to create a numbers advantage so that we can cap mid. Without their healer, mid's going to be a lot easier to cap. So I come around the corner, I stealth out, I look for the healer, I see a Sork, he might be a healer, he's setting his phase walk down. So I'm trying to take him out at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and stick on him. I do have someone hitting me from behind that's engineering. I'm not really too worried about it. I have my DCDs, I have all my med packs. I'm completely fine in this situation. He's not going to kill me for a very long time. I believe that I can get the healer dead before I get killed by the engineering sniper. And quite frankly, if I am trading out for a healer, it's a probably a good trade for us. So as you can see instantly though, he gets guard. And this is what I was talking about when there was a Premade on the other side. So we're going to kind of watch through the footage, but you'll see they will be instantly swapping guard to every single thing that I hit and taunting me constantly, and there's going to be a tank that's just going to sit on me the entire time. So as you can see, I jump to another Sork here, start hitting him, get my DPS rotation going. This is kind of where I noticed that I'm not going to be able to win this game straight up. So you see where the guard swap comes in. So since I can't win this game straight up, I got to figure out a different way. And when I say win straight up, I'm going to bring up a map of Civil War and just kind of go over how you would actually win a game like this straight up. So if you take a look here at this map of Civil War, you'll see that you have your team, based on the camera rotations, you're pretty much always starting down either on the south or on the north. What you want to do as a DPS player is move that center line. So the center line, you can basically think of it as a center line going across the map like this. And we want to move that center line closer to their spawn. What that does is it allows our healers in the back just to go ahead and pretty much cap freely. So if we can push them back out of the center area and get them in that little like landing area or drop down area before they actually get into mid, that's how you cap mid. That's the best way to cap mid. So what we're looking to do is when we do our stealth, when we come around and do our little stealth opener, we're trying to set that line right away. We don't want them to push up through. So that's just one of the things that we're trying to do in our opener. This game, it doesn't work like that. As we can see as we start to go through it, when we start noticing the guard swaps on cooldown and we start noticing the tank is gonna stick to me. I do stealth out here for a second. I just kind of want to take a look at surroundings, kind of get an idea of what's going on. So they have actually 5 here now. So it's 5 versus 3. I'm just trying to survive as long as I can, do some damage. And now is where we have to assess, kind of look at the state of the map in the game and see what we're going to do next. So as we're looking at the map, we're really looking to see where our teammates is and where do we think the Premade is going to go, because we want to play opposite of the Premade. So we see that over on the right side, we have a bunch of people going there. And then now over here, after capping that node, what's going to happen is the Premade immediately is going to come over here. You'll see they're all going to jump down, blah, blah, blah. They're node chasing at this point. So here they all are. Given the position that they're at, I made the decision that I would rather try to stall them here than try to go for the mid cap. It's basically a choice that you have either way. You can go back to mid and try to go for the mid cap, or you can try to force the stall. In this situation where they're landing, I think the stall is better. It's a little bit quicker. It's going to buy a little bit more time to rack up some points. So I know we're going to be hitting some guarded targets here. I know we're going to get guard swap too. I know we're going to lose this fight. I already know this fight is already lost. So we lost that fight. The Premade team's going to go over, cap the node, and their little 5-stack group there. So now I'm looking at both sides. So since I know the Premade is over there on grass, and I see snow over here, it is a great time to go over here to snow and try to get this node. They're going to have to travel all the way across the map. So we're going to go over here to snow, really try to push the damage, and get this before the Premade comes over. That's kind of the plan right now. So we're just kind of going through the PTs, DCDs. No real reason to switch off of them. So we're going to go ahead and get this. Now we know the Premade, immediately when this gets capped, you can see the Premade's already coming. So what I want to do is avoid them. There is no sense in me fighting them right here. It doesn't benefit me, it doesn't benefit anyone. So I'm just going to go ahead and go around. What I'm doing is I'm looking to see, can I cap mid? Can I go over here? Can I get this by myself? And then I made the decision that I cannot. I don't want to be in this area. The Premade is still here. So I just don't want to be here. I don't even want to try to delay it. If the Premade's going to sit there and we already have the node cap and they're going to spend their time doing DPS, I go over and say, what's the best thing I can do? The best thing I can do at this point is just go 1v1 their PT, who's not very good. If I go over here, so we go ahead and we go through that, I'm pretty confident in my ability to 1v1 this PT. As you can see, the PT just basically dies right away. This isn't even going to be close. He pops his bubble way too late. He doesn't have enough health left. I'm just waiting for cooldowns and to come back up so we can kill him. The annihilate, get the execute back. Alright, so now we're going to cap this. Now I know right away that we're not going to keep this very long. But if you were a Premade and you get 3 capped, that says a lot more about you than it does about me. So we 3 capped the Premade here. As you can tell, the Premades nowadays are very awful with map control. They just want to zerg around, and they really don't understand map control whatsoever. So again, we cap. Now I'm making the decision. I know I can 1v1 this PT again, but my concern is the Premade going to be coming? And once I see the Premade coming over through the wall, and you can kind of see all their effects going, I'm just going to get out of there. I'm going to mid. I have no intention of fighting them. They're just chasing nodes that are getting capped. As you can see, they're all just running over there. There's no one even over there, and they just all just ran that way. So we go over here, we take mid back, and now what I'm thinking is, you know what? Guess where that Premade's going to come? That Premade's going to come straight back to mid, and I want to be in a position where I can just run by them. I have no intention of ever fighting them. There's no point. This team cannot fight that. So I see them coming around that wall. So I just want to go to their node. And I know for a fact that this sniper is not going to chase me. Their Premade is not going to chase me over here. They have no intentions of it. They have no idea what in the world is going on. So I come over here. I see a Sen who's already trying to cap it. The Sen has the right idea. So we'll just go ahead and we'll kill this PT quickly. And once we kill the PT, he goes down pretty quickly. He really isn't popping anything in the right order. Just kind of go through everything. We cap the node. And of course the Sin is wonderful because he helps, because everyone knows 2 people capping the node goes 5 faster. So now, here's what I'm thinking. We have a 3 cap against a pre-made. If you were a pre-made, you get 3 capped. Seriously, stop. You're bad. So now I'm thinking is that pre-made is going to come back and chase this node again. So I'm just kind of waiting to see that. So we're just kind of waiting here. And this is one of the reasons why I'm not a big fan of pre-mades. This is what the game turns into. The game literally just turns into out-rotating them because 99% of the pre-mades can't play on a map. They don't understand map control, they don't understand how numbers work, they just want to see red and hit red. And the fact is, I'm very confident in 1v1ing pretty much anyone. So if you have someone on your team that can 1v1 anyone, this is really what you should be doing. You should just be taking advantage of the pre-mades over rotations because they're all going to do it. It's been a long time since I've seen a pre-made that's had like real proper rotations. Like you have to go like all the way back to like ranked when ranked 8s were really big. So we're gonna go over here, we're gonna help. I'm really surprised that the 2 of them couldn't deal with this, but you just have to understand that players in this game are very subpar. So we'll go over here. We'll take care of the PT and the Sin, no big deal. And it's pretty much going to easily win this game. And the reason why we won this game and a pre-made kept getting 3 capped against is just rotations. If you guys have any questions or comments, please let me know. And as always, see you.